Thank you, sir, for your awesome dignitaries on the stage to kindly unveil the commemorative journal.
Chief of Army Staff, Excellency Randy Eric Garsheli, U.S. Ambassador to India, and General Reddy Allen Jar, Chief of Staff of the Army, USA, all the Chiefs of Army of various countries, all senior officers of Government of India, Friends Army Chiefs Conference, the 47th Indo-Pacific Army Management Seminar, and the 9th Senior Leader Enlisted Forum. I heartily welcome foreign delegates from the armies of the Indo-Pacific countries, and you are our invaluable partners. Friends, the Indo-Pacific region has emerged as a pivotal geopolitical and strategic concept in recent years, transforming from a primarily maritime concept into a comprehensive strategic framework. This transformation underscores the evolving dynamics in one of the most economically vibrant and strategically significant regions of the world. The origin of Indo-Pacific as a maritime concept can be traced back to the shared waters that extend from the Indian Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. Traditionally, the vast expanse of water was viewed through the lens of commerce and connectivity, facilitating trade and cultural exchange for centuries. The maritime character of the Indo-Pacific became more pronounced in the modern era with the growing importance of sea lanes for ever-expanding global trade. The Indo-Pacific now accounts for a significant portion of the global trade and serves as a vital link for energy resources. Friends, however, the importance of Indo-Pacific region is not just limited to maritime trade or sea lines of communication, but it also has broader political, security, and diplomatic dimensions, and quite understandably so. Friends, security considerations have elevated the Indo-Pacific strategic significance. The region also faces a complex web of security challenges, including boundary disputes, piracy, etc. The need to comprehensively deal with these security challenges has led to the full involvement of the states in the region with all their organizations, including their armies. Therefore, Indo-Pacific is no more a mere maritime construct, but a full-fledged geostrategic construct. It is a fundamental concept in political theory and practice that maintaining the security and sovereignty of the realm is the primary function of the state. And I think that the capacity of the state to defend its borders and the national interests legally depends upon the professional capabilities of the national armies. I believe that competent and professional armies working under the civilian control and the coordination between the friendly countries are extremely important for any country's security. Friends, I would like to share with you a theoretical model that would be relevant to the discussions to be held at this forum. The model was proposed by Stephen R. Covey, which is based on the two circles, the circle of concern and the circle of influence. The circle of concern encompasses everything that you care about, including both things you can control and things you cannot control. It includes a wide range of external factors and issues such as global events, economic conditions, other people's opinions, the weather, and many other aspects of life. These are things that you may worry about or have an interest in, but have little or no direct control over. Focusing too much on your circle of concern can lead to stress, frustration, and a sense of powerlessness because you cannot control or influence many of these external factors. The circle of influence consists of those things over which you have direct control or can exert some degree of influence. It may involve your attitudes, behaviors, decisions, relationships, and actions. Friends, by concentrating your time and energy on your circle of influence, you can increase your effectiveness and capacity to bring about a positive change. The focus helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed by external factors and empowers you to take action. When this concept is applied to the domain of international relations, it can help us understand how states and actors prioritize their efforts and resources in dealing with global issues and challenges. There may be instances when the circles of concern of different nations overlap with each other. International maritime trade routes passing through high seas beyond exclusive economic zones of any country are relevant examples. The overlap of the circles of concern can result in either of two things. Either this can result in a conflict between nations having such overlap, or they can decide to contest by mutually deciding the rules of engagement in such overlapping domains. Friends, the concept of these circles underscores the importance of strategic thinking and prioritization. States must recognize that there are global issues and challenges involving multiple stakeholders that no one country can address in isolation. They need to engage with the broader international community and work collaboratively through diplomacy, international organizations, and treaties to tackle common concerns within the overlapping circles of concern. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS 1982, is a very good example of such an international agreement that establishes the legal framework for maritime activities and addresses the issues arising from overlapping circles of concern of different nations. At the same time, states should identify and seek to expand their circle of influence to promote their national interests on the global stage. Friends, this may involve building partnerships, participating in regional organizations, and employing diplomatic, economic, or military tools strategically. This conference is an exercise where we all are trying to expand our circles of influence while harmonizing the overlaps of our circles of concern. The Indo-Pacific Army Chiefs Conference, Indo-Pacific Armies Management Seminar, and Senior Enlisted Leaders Forum are one of the largest brainstorming events of land forces in the region, which provides a unique opportunity to build common perspectives towards a shared vision and provides a forum to build and strengthen partnership in the spirit of collaborative security for one and all. Friends, India has always stood for a free, open, inclusive, and rule-based Indo-Pacific region in the pursuit of shared security and prosperity. Neighborhood first has always been a cornerstone of our culture since the immemorial, and India's approach to the region is defined by the Act East policy. India's efforts towards building robust military partnerships with friendly countries underscores our commitment to not only safeguard our own national interests, but also addressing important global challenges being faced by all of us. One such significant global challenge is the scourge of climate change, which translates into higher frequency and severity of natural disasters. Friends, our armed forces, with their unwavering dedication and professionalism, are the first responders in disaster situations and contribute to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief efforts, providing hope and relief for those in need during times of crisis. I am sure you all would be discussing how to enhance the interoperability during the operations related to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. I would like to suggest that the issue of climate change and the attendant possibility of more numerous and severe natural disasters be discussed by you all in the context of our common HADR preparedness. Extreme weather events and the natural disasters have become a new normal rather than being exceptions and are major challenges in our region. It is our responsibility that the climate change related concerns of small island nations of the Indo-Pacific are given the due importance that they deserve. This is because island nations bear the brunt of the climate change as an existential crisis. Climate change also threatens their economic security. As you are told that Cyclone Palm in 2015 wiped out 64% of the value of GDP of Vanuatu. The economic concept of climate change and the extreme weather create a demand for climate resilient and eco-friendly infrastructure. There is a need to understand the compulsions and the perspectives of all our partner nations as well as sharing of expertise and resources. It is true that integrating the concerns of all the members of a large forum is challenging, and arriving at a consensus plan of action in a big grouping is a very difficult task. However, with determination and empathy in our hearts, it is not impossible, as we have seen in the recently concluded G20 summit in Delhi. The G20 group of countries adopted the New Delhi Leaders' Declaration with consensus on all developmental and geopolitical issues, making it a historic and path-breaking G20 declaration. Friends, such is the power of dialogue or samvad. I would like to reiterate here what our Honorable Prime Minister has aptly said. Our engagement in the Indo-Pacific is based on 5 yes in Hindi. Samman, that is respect. Samvad, that is dialogue. Sahyog, that is cooperation. Shanti, that is peace. And Samriddhi, that is prosperity. And it is heartening to know that the representatives of the various countries have gathered to carry out samvad, that is dialogue, on current issues of common and regional interest. I wish the chiefs and heads of the delegations all the very best for the interaction that lies ahead. Let us approach the dialogue with open minds and hearts, fostering connections and insights that will share our actions beyond these events. I especially congratulate our US friends for co-hosting this event. Together we can indeed do a lot. Thank you very much.